Witcher 3 again, but with this I was going to go through the old file that I had, but when I pulled it up it kind of got deleted, and I tried to put in my thing because I bought the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition this time, so I got all the DLC and everything else in it, but apparently my file doesn't switch from the regular one to this one, so I can't play. I have to start from the beginning, so I have to start from scratch. So.
Hey Isaiah.
What's up?
Johnny, eating sugar, telling lies, open wide.
Paperwork, emoji nauseated face.
Paperwork's gotta be exciting.
Totally. Emoji face with rolling eyes. Emoji expressionless face.
Holy crap, this thing tells you everything when you're putting up for emojis.
Sorry if I don't comment much since I am working.
No, you're perfectly fine.
If you haven't seen much of this game, you are going to absolutely love it if you like supernatural things. Like the spirits and stuff like that, like Ghost Adventures, you're gonna love this game. Geralt of Rivia. He's got special abilities to see supernatural things that have happened in certain areas. It's awesome. Kaer Morhen.
You know I don't find that amusing.
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to prod you to hurry. It's midday already. You promised Ciri you'd train with her. Go before Vesemir bores her to death with those etchings.
So, later then.
See you later.
Tutorial will introduce the game's core elements. Each message will be saved in the glossary, where you'll also find detailed information about world lore and gameplay mechanics. To disable the tutorial message with the options. Mini-map in the upper right-hand corner of your display shows your current location in the surrounding area. Underneath the mini-map, you'll find the objectives for your active quest. Witcher senses are L2. Yeah, with Witcher senses in this, if you haven't known too much about it, he can use the Witcher senses and actually find things around him that you couldn't find with the naked eye. He can find hints and clues to even the things that he's supposed to do for missions. Like if somebody's missing a child. Like at one point there's a mission in this quest, you have to go after a grave witch, and I think that's what they are, is grave hags, that's what they are. And they delight in dead corpses, but at the same time they'll take whoever's alive and abduct them and kill them and eat them. Well, there was a kid missing from a village. I had to go around finding clues, went to a hut, used my Witcher senses, and I found out everything inside there. And I checked one of the pots that were over a fire that had burned out or whatever, and he found a child's femur bone. So I had already known that she ate the child, and I went back to the monastery where there was the graveyard, and I had to kill her. I had to kill the grave hag. This game is freaking amazing. I love this game. This is probably my all-time favorite one-player game. There is nudity in it, but I'm not gonna try to do my. I'm gonna try to do my best not to show that, because I can't edit this video until I post it on YouTube, and that'll be already too late if I did it. So I'm not gonna try to do any nudity, but. Oh yeah, there's the signs. I remember that. Man, I was so far when I played it before, but now I have to do it from the beginning, but oh well.
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course.
If I'm right, she's training. Yep.
Guess she prefers practice to theory.
What?
Time to wake up, Master. These lessons so boring they put you to sleep too?
Damn it. After taking notes on ghouls and owl ghouls, wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through that brick? No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right? How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard. If she wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
Don't get mad at her.
Why the hell not? The whippersnapper refuses to do as she's told.
You like that about her.
Fine. I suppose I'm partly to blame. But this has to end. Now. Killing monsters is not something to be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that, if she is to become one of us. I'll see you below.
Wrong. Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike. You're not in this circus. Pirouette. Wrong. Footwork. Enough. Get down.
With a flip?
What do you think? All right. Take off the blindfold. You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions...
Strigas and drowners are insane
Well,
sometimes.
yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know. And you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Better not. Vesemir said if it does, he'll make you eat a bowl of slugs covered in salt.
You!
Exactly. So you best behave. Come on. We'll practice with the others down below.
Shall we run the walls?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna begin tutorial. Drowners are blue creatures. They like to sit on land as well, but they're in the water most of the time. When you need to get something, if there's like treasure chests below, you have to get something, like you try not to die. There's usually potions out there that you like craft, and you can keep the potion. You just have to reload it with alcohol and stuff. So when you craft something, you keep it, but you have to reload with alcohol later to remake the potion again and be able to have another use for it later. But when you're in the water, drowners will swim in circles above you, and whenever you try to go up above them and they know that you're there, they'll try to hit you and knock you back down. They'll try to literally watch you drown. So that's why their name comes from drowners, because they try to drown you. They'll literally swim around until you actually drown underwater. I gotta remember all of this.
Is a Witcher school or an elven bathhouse?
Beat you to the bottom.
Maybe if you fall. What did I tell you about breathing? Through your mouth, in rhythm with your steps. Ciri, cut it out.
Oh crap.
I said you weren't allowed to do it.
That I didn't see.
Lead you to the bottom.
Maybe if you fall. What did I tell you about breathing? Through your mouth, in rhythm with your steps. Siri, cut it out.
Anything to say for yourself, young lady?
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I understand that. But when you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you want to be able to tell a ghoul from an owl ghoul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zerrikania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
So you did read the chapter. Still, you should have asked if...
But you were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
So you did the reading. Why not admit it right off?
Never pounce on an advantage as soon as it appears. Wait till it stands to have maximum effect. Uncle Vesemir's words.
Well, you're a quick study. Quick, but mischievous. Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri with the dummy.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword. What do you think? Should we start by reviewing the fundamentals or go right to free training?
Should work on the basics. Even skilled masters need to hone the fundamentals, and Ciri's barely a novice.
Draw your sword, Geralt!
Witchers must be prepared to fight foes of all kinds, be they plate-clad knights, ethereal wraiths, or bone-crushing giants. To match the strengths and exploit the weaknesses of different enemies, witchers need to use a variety of weapons and combat techniques. The core tools of their trade are their swords, one steel for fighting humans and non-humans, the other silver for slaying monsters. Witchers also have mastered a simple form of combat magic. These signs are not as powerful as the signs wielded by mages, but they can be cast very quickly with simple one-handed gestures, making them quite useful in the heat of combat. Witchers are also adept in basic alchemy. They can brew powerful potions, blade oils, and bombs, all of which give them a keen advantage when fighting stronger or faster foes. That's the best part. Blade oils only work for like a certain amount of time, certain amount of hits actually. But the blade oils actually put on certain things for the sword. It kind of like imbues the sword with an oil that will do more damage to said creature that you're trying to do more damage to, like wraiths. You put oil on there, it works for 30 hits. After 30 hits, it'll dissipate and it'll go back to 0 uses. So you just have to take the oil back off or imbue it with a different oil. It's pretty awesome. Draw your steel sword. Press R3 to select or deselect a target. When you have a target selected, all your attacks are directed toward it. You don't have to select a target during combat, but doing so can help you focus on a specific opponent.
Quick cuts. 1, 2, 3. Strong strikes now. Give it all you got. Never lock your elbow when striking, young lady. Done.
Position, Siri. Footwork. Remember.
Who's next? Now, parry. Siri, see how Geralt holds his sword, its angle?
What am I supposed to carry? Fighting a stupid dummy.
Pretend now, live later. Riposte! Strike! Counter-strike!
Slice it to jugular.
Now, young lady, to bring the day to a close, we'll go over a few witches' signs. Let's start with Gwen. Ciri, Gwen is sometimes called
Signs
witch's
consume
shield.
stamina.
Now watch carefully to see why.
Protects you against damage and certain critical effects.
Cast Igni, Geralt. I want to see sparks fly.
Igneous fire.
See? If not for the Gwen sign, I'd be aflame by now. All right, Geralt. Come on. See that, Ciri? Ard will knock anyone or anything off balance. Time for Axii. Damn it. I hate this feeling.
Mind control.
Axii can really muddle your mind. Erden now. Show her, Geralt.
Erden.
See this, Ciri? Couldn't move if I wanted to. Throw a bomb. Don't worry, Ciri. Gwen will dampen the blow. This is quick and big.
What now, you
Enough!
piece of filth?
Continue training at will. Damn it.
Well then, my controller died. There we go. And I got it plugged in. Okay, how do I...
Shit.
There we go.
Whoa! You really showed him, kid.
Ciri, get down here.
A little she-devil. Soon as she's back, we'll set her to polishing all the swords at Kaer Morhen.
Find that helmet? Ciri? I'll make sure to find every last blade for you. What then? Vesemir.
Adnan awaited this, and then White Wolf.
No!
You all right?
Had a nightmare.
About?
Take forever to explain.
Dawn's some way off. We've got time.
Started in the guest room at Kaer Morhen. I was relaxing in a tub, and next to me,
Triss?
Yennefer. Funny, isn't it? She's never been there. Seemed so real in my dream, though.
Was she nagging you about something? True to life, indeed. We'll find her.
In the dream, I went and found Ciri. Then we trained.
Those were the days. Little she-devil. I've trained kids who were faster, stronger, but none had her character. Didn't end well, did it? Your dream?
No. A wild hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
It was just a dream.
That's the problem. It was more. In the past, when Ciri'd appear in my dreams, something was wrong. She was in danger.
We taught her how to defend herself from anything, wraiths included.
Be dawning soon. Time to go.
Wait. Show me the letter from Yennefer. Might have overlooked some hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground. All we can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter. How about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
You were gonna read it, not sniff it.
We must meet soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
That's private. Very private.
Aha, I understand. At least I think I do. Maybe not entirely, but perhaps that's for the best.
Back on topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh. But it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there. Wait, hear that?
I hear it. I smell it. Ghouls.
Ghouls. Life on the continent in the Skellige Isles is nasty, brutish, and short. War lays waste to the land, and those it spares live in fear of the countless monsters lurking around outside every town and village. Monsters are shown with a silver health bar above their heads, indicating that you should fight them with your silver sword.
Bastard.
Striking opponents generates adrenaline points. Certain abilities you can acquire allow you to perform special attacks that require and consume adrenaline points. Your adrenaline points slowly decline when you are not engaged in combat.
Of course, when armies pass, necrophages follow.
You can regenerate vitality by eating or drinking or by meditating for at least 1 hour. While playing on the Blood and Broken Bones and Death March difficulty levels, meditation does not regenerate vitality. Food and drinks can be placed in your consumable slots for quick use during combat. Press up or down to consume them and regenerate vitality. You have some food equipped in your upper consumable slot. Press up now to eat it and regenerate a portion of your vitality. Yep, see there's loot, it shows you where all the loot is, it shows you where everything is. White myrtle petals.
Ever tell you about this sorcerer I knew? Couldn't stop talking about how useful they are as creatures.
Those white things are actually creatures. Looks like more ghouls. Witchers spend most of their time on the road in search of their next contract. They must trek across wide valleys, climb over high mountain peaks, and trudge through thick bogs. Luckily, Geralt can always count on his horse Roach to help him in his travels. To have Roach come to you, double press L3. Crazy part is Roach is actually a female horse.
Because you can brew potions from their blood?
No, because by eating rotting corpses, they prevent epidemics.
Did he know they eat the living as well?
No. Really upset him too. His theory collapsed.
War is not exactly going our way.
We have a side.
The Northern Realms.
Radovid's realms, don't you mean? Temeria and Edirn are no more.
Radovid's pledged to restore the old borders as soon as he wins the war.
Believe that?
Gotta believe something. That's what keeps us going. We going? Help me! Help! How's it gone?
Yeah. Come out.
Gods, that was close. I was sure I'd end up like my mare. Provided you got lucky.
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it, alive, piece by piece.
You'd like a reward, I suppose.
You don't owe us anything. You were in need. We helped.
And they call witches heartless. Say they won't lift a finger without pay.
They also say mice are born of rotting straw. Back to the trail.
Like I said, leads to the main road and ends there, muddled. You seek someone?
Yes, a woman. Medium height, long black hair. Seen anyone like that?
No. But there's an inn here in White Orchard. Sole one around. Gets its share of travelers. Perhaps you'll learn something there. Besides, the innkeep's my cousin. Tell her Bram sent you. She'll treat you like family.
Not a bad idea. Especially since that wound needs cleaning.
Beast barely grazed me. But sure, could use a good rye. Nice and cool, you know, straight from the cellar.
Let's go. So, a griffin this close to the village? Strange.
My thoughts exactly. In the forest or the mountain, sure, but here? Near the main road.
Maybe it's the war. Corpses everywhere, the stench of blood, burnt flesh. Drives monsters crazy sometimes.
Men, too. We need to watch ourselves in White Orchard. And we should leave as soon as we learn it.
You're nearing a village. Don't disturb the peace. Remember, town guards and hired watchmen, won't tolerate theft and also won't look kindly on you accosting others. Local residents often erect notice boards near settlements such as villages and cities. These are marked on your map. Examine them to learn about contracts, work for witchers, and local happenings.
Lad went missing one day, so folk grabbed a witch.
Let's go!
Put the soldier's head back on.
But witchers are really good guys, depending on which witchers you run into. A lot of witchers do it for pay, but I like to get as much as I can because it's just a game. But
what? Take that down before there's trouble.
That is a coat of arms, the Temerian lilies. They've a right to hang there.
This ain't Temeria no more, old man. It's Nilfgaard now.
My arse it is.
give me just a second, guys.
Witches? I'll not drink with Weaverlost freaks.
Beg your pardon for those thugs.
No need. We're used to it.
Folk are jumpy around here. Armies just passed through. Now a griffin's prowling about.
Already had the pleasure. Ran into your kinsman, Bram.
Bram? How is he?
Alive. Sends his regards.
Master Witches.
Hola.
Food and drink on the house. What can I get you?
Open marks will open the shop panel. Okay.
Looking for a woman. Raven-haired, violet eyes, dresses in black and white. Riding in from Willoughby. And, strange as it sounds, lilac and gooseberries might have smelled that.
I've not seen nor smelt such a lady. Believe I'd remember.
Yeah, especially hard to forget this one.
Plenty of travellers about, though. Folk from all over. Might be worth your while to ask after her.
Dialogue options marked. Will end the conversation.
Pretty busy place you got.
Nations on the move. Some search for kin, others just want to get out of the way of the armies. They all need food, drink, and a night's rest in war.
So, war's been good for your trade?
Aye, so far. But it'd be best to know peace again. Times like these, you never know what tomorrow will bring.
Show me what you got behind the counter.
Looks like there's some Gwent cards here. I'm actually gonna buy all of them. There we go. Gwent cards are awesome. Cherry cordial, those are actually used for the stuff I need for like potions and stuff, for bombs.
Thanks for everything.
Master Witches, would you be of a mind to kill the griffin? The beast's a scourge on our land. Only killed livestock at first, but it's got a taste for human flesh of late. We're afraid to set foot outdoors.
If someone will pay us, won't say no. Help you bandage that up?
Please. I'm not decrepit yet.
Then I'll ask about Yennefer.
Mm-hmm. Just remember, we'd rather not draw any attention.
You hear? Black One's been out measuring the fields.
Let him measure. Better that than burning the harvest.
Drommel. Drommel, you're dumber than a headless cockerel. Why are they marking out them lines, eh? Parcel out their patrimony. Give it to their own.
I'm looking for someone.
And we seek some peace and quiet.
Out of my face, freak. For your breath sours my beer.
Options marked out will make use of the Axii sign. The sign influences people's minds, causing them to act according to your will. To charm more stubborn individuals who would otherwise resist during a conversation, invested in the delusion ability in the character panel.
Raven-haired woman dressed in black and white. Seen her? Talk.
Folks say the lady rode through the village a few days back. Galloping so fast she knocked Radabor into a ditch.
Which way did she go?
Dunno. Lots of tracks leading off the main road. Could have gone anywhere.
Oi, people! The freak's taken Micah's mind!
Uh-huh. And I'll take your tongue if you don't shut up.
Once there are 4 factions.
What a waste of time! The Earth shall revolve around the sun before you comprehend these rules.
Got a minute?
Why not? Aldert Geert, Assistant Professor in Contemporary History at Oxenfurt Academy.
Geralt of Rivia. Witcher, with tenure. I'm looking for a woman. Long hair, dressed in black and white. Seen anyone like that?
Of course not! Unlike the populace, I know the horsewoman of war is pure poppycock.
Horsewoman of war? What's that about?
Folk say an omen. A beautiful phantom rides the fields at night, looks as you described her. Armies follow her, and all who cross her path meet with misfortune.
I can vouch for the last bit. Know where they saw her?
No, facts interest me, not fairy tales.
Not a place I'd ever expect to find a scholar. Take it you're fleeing the war?
Quite the opposite. Chasing it. I'm headed for the front.
Tired of life?
I seek knowledge, which I value more than life itself. I've a thirst no dusty old tomes can quench. I wish to see the Nilfgaardian invasion with my own eyes, understand it, and record it all in my chronicle, my magnum opus.
Take my advice. Go back to your books while you can. War's no game. No faculty meetings to attend. No tenure to gain. End notes to compile. First soldier you see'll kill you.
Why would he do that? Me? A neutral civilian? A scholar?
Boots.
Come again?
He'll kill you for your boots. War reached Novigrad yet?
Nope. But it's only a matter of time. Nilfgaard on one bank, Redania on the other. Drooling over the city like dogs over a juicy bone.
Many a ruler's choked on that bone.
True. We value our liberty in Novigrad, and we know how to fight for it.
The scholars especially.
The sword is not the only weapon. Do not forget, architects from our academy designed the city walls. Walls no war machine has ever crumbled.
Gotta go. So long.
A moment, Witcher. You strike me as a man of the world. Are you familiar with Gwent?
No, and I don't have time to learn.
But the rules are quite simple. Come, let's play.
I'll play one. Alright, I gotta remember.
Why not?
Splendid! Here's how it's done.
I'm gonna begin the Gwent tutorial. No, actually, I think I remember most of it. How do I do this? There it is. Okay, I do remember how to play.
Well, you've a knack for this game. If you ever find yourself in Oxenfurt and wish to play a true master, ask for Stepan. A simple innkeep by trade, but a true maestro when it comes to Gwent.
I'll remember that. Thanks.
The tome you hold in your hands, commissioned by the most gracious Duke de Berry, shall make use of magic most arcane to display which Gwent cards are currently missing from your collection. You need but open it and repeat in your mind how about a round of Gwent, and the following shall appear. Okay, Velen 47, Novigrad 34, the Skellige Isles 28, the Royal Palace of Vizima 1, Kaer 1. Number of new cards which can still be won from players of no particular renown or skill, 47. So there's still a lot of Gwent cards I gotta get. You can get multiple copies of them too, and it's really helpful. Select Rossi.
Done drinking?
Mm-hmm.
Then fuck off.
Don't want your kind here.
Better round up someone else to help. 3 of you don't stand a chance against me.
Well, I could fuck you up by myself.
If I had a bag over my head and my hands tied behind... Actually, no, not even then.
Chet, Lesh, back off. I'll teach this vagrant a lesson. Man on freak. No. Oh, Rippy Soldier! Come on! You're dead!
Nice meeting you.
game state will be automatically saved when you reach certain milestones in the story. Still, you should save your progress early and often on your own. The world is full of predators, bloodthirsty beasts, bandits, and countless other dangers.
Freak.
It's always good to collect this stuff early on.
My gran told me about the Smith war. Lad went missing one day, so folk nabbed a witchman that was hunting nearby and started poking him arse.
Sits in the old oak tree,
So wham bam, they got the head off.
devilish it weeds, set to drink some drown dance, greedy stuff.
Hang on to do with it. What did the folk do?
Devil had her.
Sewed his head back on.
Race today.
I'll Kerzaya! Calm down, Vatkel.
We meet again.
Thank you for saving me. People say all kinds of things about witches, but I've always known yours to be an honorable guild.
So you managed to salvage some goods?
Yes, but I await the repair of my wagon. As time passes, my losses grow. Do you need something? I'll let it go half-free.
Let me have a look at your stock.
Those are what I want. I gotta be level 4, but those would be nice to have right now. Those would be 2.
Yes, Isaiah, I am here.
Okay. I don't see comments, sorry, I didn't know who was all watching.
Take care.
Okay, how do I... And then I meditate again for, let's say, there. Then I'll meditate again for... Yeah. It's a trick that I found out. This will actually give you a ton of stuff for pig things to sell and stuff like that. It really helps. It really helps. It's not a glitch either. It's more of a More of a, it's in game and it's there, so if you wanted to do it kind of thing. It's not a cheat either. Oh, there's the skill tree. Skill tree is massive in this. I like it. Just doing it until the pigs stop spawning. Then I'm gonna pick all that stuff up. Gives me stuff to eat too, so it's kind of helpful. Because being able to get food to eat and be able to heal in this is always good. A lot of stuff. Man, I wonder how many of these things are gonna keep spawning. Holy crap. Hopefully this gives me enough money to get that set of armor I need. I love the music to this game. 24 of 60. So that would mean I have... Okay. Really equipped items. Character statistics. Crafting components and alchemy ingredients, quest items and all items which fit in other categories. Tab shows food and items for Roach. Tab shows oils, potions, and bombs. Weapons and armor. Okay. Okay. There's the potions. Separate loads require the level items by 2. And I've got 136 pork. So, and it's more powerful than the chicken I've got. So that's the best part. Crafting monster ear, monster liver, venom extract, ghoul's blood, ballast fruit, culinary. So I am now going to meditate until the middle of the day, and then I'm going to try to sell some of this to try to get a little bit of money out of it. And hopefully get enough to buy the armor that I'm looking at.
I think those plums are wreaking havoc on my gut.
What do you say? Who taught you that?
Chetty!
Now listen carefully. You're never to sing that rhyme again. Never. And you're not to play with Chetty no more.
But Chetty's my best mate!
Chetty's a little fool who'll get us all killed. I see you with him again and you'll regret it.
I'll go talk to him in a minute. It's a quest, it's pretty cool. You'll learn what I can do in quests with that guy. You'll learn most of it from that guy. Well, what I'm capable of. I'm gonna go talk to him.
Greetings.
Let me have a look at your stock.
What do you have for money? 240? What do these cost? 485, 202, 151, 202. Well, let's see what you buy this stuff for. What the crap? Okay, I was about to say that was strange. I got 330. I want to buy the body first, so.
Take care.
Over there.
Put the soldier's head back on.
Screw it, I'll go to that one guy real quick and get everything done right now. Shut up.
It's Durban now.
These guys don't like me, they call me the white one.
What the fuck?
What happened here?
Oh, got a wee bit chilly the night, so I set fire to my forge. Got it nice and roaring. Roasted some wieners. What do you think happened, dimwit? Some bugger set alight me workshop. I've lost everything. Everything!
Easy on the insults. I could add to your misfortune. Any suspects?
Whole damned village. I've lived here half a century. Thought they saw me as one of their own. But everything changed when the Black Ones came. I'm the only smith around, so I got to service the garrison. Bang dents out to plate, shoe horses. That sort of thing. Nilfgaardians don't pay me a bloody copper. Just give me supplies and orders. The humans can't fathom that. They think I'm getting rich off their misfortune. I sleep on a pile of gold like a ploughing dragon. They've stopped talking to me. Spit when I pass. And now this.
I can find your arsonist, provided you're willing to pay.
I've not much left. But I'll give you all if you bring me that horse. So that he gets what he deserves. The night of the fire, I heard movement outside my hut. Went out to see if I could find any tracks. I found nothing. But then I haven't got cat eyes, have I? Good luck.
When one of your quests is updated, a notification will appear on the left side of the screen. If you are not currently tracking the updated quest, you can press R3 to start tracking it. R3. Okay. See, this is what I love about the Witcher senses, because you can see things that you normally couldn't. These guys would be perfect for, like, FBI and stuff. If they actually existed, but that'd be awesome if I was one. I mean, there is repercussions. I mean, you could eat raw meat and it won't damage you or do anything to you. That's the best. It's one of the better parts. There's tracks.
Shavings from a tinderbox. Arsonist must have lit his torch here, tossed it on the roof, then fled through the orchard.
I love this.
Boot prints. A man's. Large. Stinks of piss and vodka. Took off his boots and went in the water. Probably wanted to cover his trail.
Screw it.
Something jumped out of the rushes. Drowners. But he managed to escape.
That's probably why there's blood there.
Will you go to the Welling Hovel instead? Not in your life. I'll be ill when
Lost his boots in the rush. Tracks lead back to the village. Bleeding, but not badly. Surface wound.
Echelane dead at the game.
Trail ends here, but I'll recognize him by his wounds. marks. It's gotta be him. Nasty wound. Run into a drowner?
What the fuck do you care?
Whoa. Our arsonist's a charmer, too. Come on. Smith wants to talk to you.
I ain't not talk to a non-human. Sons of bitches all, and dwarves are the worst. Greedy little magpies do anything for gold, they will. They forge the blades the black ones put to our throats. Am I not right? Listen, we can work this out man to man. I give you gold, you don't turn me in. My mum died a while back and I sold her tools. I've spent some, but what's left is yours.
Magpies and dwarves might be greedy, but I'm not. Can't buy me.
And I'll beat your fucking mug to a pulp!
Try me, peasant. I could use the practice. Damn. Yeah.
Stop! I give up! Damn it! You broke my nose!
But not your legs, so let's go see the smith. And take my advice. Don't try anything else. Here you go. One village pyromaniac in the flesh.
Now, you! I knew your mum for years. Charged her nary a copper. This is how you repay me. I've had enough. Hey, soldier. A minute of your time, please.
No! Willis, I beg you. I was drunk. Didn't know what I was doing.
I've told you, Master Willis. We will help you rebuild once reinforcements come. The supplies have been ordered.
Not what this is about, mate. This here's the arsonist. A witcher found him.
The forge was important to the garrison. Destroying it was sabotage. No trial needed here. Just a tree.
Villagers will really love you now.
Well, no, I don't give a flying fuck about them.
You know, I hated the Black Ones at first, like everybody else did. Now I'm thinking they might just bring order to this place.
Teach these layabouts some manners.
But enough about that. Your reward. And I managed to save some things from the fire. Anvil still holds, so I'm sure I can bang something out on it. You need anything, let me know. Give you a good price.
Crowns are kind of hard to come by in this game, but they are...
A return customer. Welcome. What can I do for you this time?
I'd like you to forge something for me.
Yeah, the left side of the screen is a list of crafting diagrams in your possession. Use L to scroll up and down, and X to select a category or diagram. On the right side of the screen is a detailed description of the currently selected item. Center of the screen shows the components needed to craft this item. Craftsmen need to eat too. To have them craft an item, you must pay them for their services. You need a craftsman of the right specialty, armor, blacksmith, etc. for the type of item you wish to craft, and with enough skill to craft an item of its quality. Some items can be dismantled in order to obtain new crafting components. To dismantle an item, go to a craftsman and use the dismantle panel. Dismantling also uses money, so that's harder to do as well. The repair the equipped stuff. Those are crafting diagrams if I'm right. Yes, they are. I'll get those later, see what I can do later with those. For right now, oh, I can't sell nothing here. I can sell that, but dang it.
Show me what you got.
I was just in the shop. Alright.
So long.
Think those plums are wreaking havoc on the garden.
Who told you that? Listen, you're never to see that line again. Never.
Use special grindstones to temporarily enhance your weapons. Doing so grants a bonus to the damage dealt by your weapons. Oh yeah.
Making me a slingshot. Gonna hunt bears.
Much of interest to be found in the world's dense forests and fog-clad swamps. Whenever you peruse and notice board question markers will appear on your mini-map to indicate potentially interesting places. Seek them out to learn what secrets they hold.
By all gods!
There's definitely a lot of question markers in the map, though.
Oh, come on!
Devil by the Well. I think this is the one that I wanted to completely show you guys. This is where, like, it's kind of like a supernatural version of NCIS and things like that. This is what this pretty much is, and it's freaking awesome when you learn the backstory to, like, how people died in this game.
Greetings, good man. Having trouble with your well? That's what I read.
Aye. 'Tis haunted. Has been for a good 20 years.
20? So why'd you put out a notice just now?
'Cause earlier on we drew our water from the river. But so many corpses floating in it after the battle has turned noxious. My daughter Mandy drank half a pitcher. Felt dreadful ill, can't keep nothing down. She grows worse by the day. Herbalist claims you fight a fever with drink. And not beer nor cider, but water. Clear, pure water. And where am I to get that if not from the well? But first, the ghost's got to be driven away. And it don't let any man near.
This ghost. Describe it for me.
Well, it's awful frightening. Awful.
I meant, what does it look like?
It looks like a woman, but fresh from the grave. Wears a dirty dress, all rags, its skin flaking off its bones, and it howls like it's suffering.
Some wraith. Or maybe an Alp.
If you don't wallop it, Master, if you don't take care of it, that is, it'll come kill me daughter.
I feel for you, but this is my job, so let's talk about my pay.
Something not right with the coin.
Counterpay accept your offer. You made a deal. If the offer is too high, your counterpay will grow annoyed. Push too hard, he or she will break off negotiations.
Ne'er in my life have I seen a sum approaching that. Ne'er in my life have I seen a sum approaching that. That settles it then.
I'll do 20 because that's not very much right there that I can actually really do with, but the bar got too high, so I was like, nah, screw it. I'll just go back to 20. What he offered.
Fine, I'll help. Where's this well?
In Havel, the settlement on the heights. It's abandoned now. No one ventures there on account of the ghost being about. Drive it off. Please.
Sorry guys, give me just a second. Okay. Alright, let's try to pick up as many of these as I can. There is a very, very, very large amount of herbs and stuff to grab for the plants and things, so you never normally run out. I think when you come back at a later date as well, they're going back. I'm not sure, I don't remember completely anyway. But I do know in this area they are very popular. But I'm gonna get to the well because I want to show you guys this ghost. The wraith, anyway. There's descriptions in the book, so I'll show you guys that too. But wraiths are technically women who have been brutally or very violently killed before their wedding. And that's what brings them back, and they search for those people and they kill anybody in their way. So, but they're normally stuck to the one spot that part of them is actually at, so normally they don't get the chance to kill the people who actually did it. But it's really cool to see these kind of things, like in the quests that you're supposed to do in the game. It's really cool to kind of go through it and see what happened and how many years it's been since this incident occurred and things like that. You guys are gonna love this. The world is brimming with interesting places filled with danger and treasure. Such sites are marked on your mini-map with the following icons. Yep, I do know that. There it is.
The infamous well. The Moon Wraith. Wonder what it's doing here. Strange. She's not attacking. Whoa, got too close.
Okay. Let's go with the pork. Challenge some pork. Let's read about this entry. I think it's in the glossary. Yes, the bestiary. The bestiary has really cool readings in there. Okay, griffins, eye, half eagle, half tomcat, just like on the Lord's crest. Except this one was carrying me dead cow instead of a scepter. Griffin attack witnesses, name unknown. Griffins were once only found high in the mountains where they would hunt marmots and wild goats when humans encroached on their lands. However, griffins soon discovered a new source of much more plentiful and easier caught prey: cows, sheep, and shepherds. Though still wary of main roads and towns where folks with means to hire a witcher like to dwell, these half-eagle, half-wildcat creatures have gone from rarities to oft-encounters pests known throughout the northern realms. Especially hated are the subspecies known as royal griffins and arch-griffins. Arch-griffins. Arch-griffins are hard to beat sometimes. Ghouls creep and crawl at night, eating everything in sight. In a snap they'd eat you too, chop you up for ghoulish stew. Children's rhyme. Ghouls and graveyards are hard to describe. In part, they resemble humans, not on the whole. They are the utter negotiation of all that is human. Though they have arms and legs like men, they walk on all fours like dogs or badgers. Though they have eerily familiar faces, one searches them in vain for any sign of sentiment, reason, or even a spark of consciousness. They are driven by one thing and one thing only: an insatiable craving for human flesh. Those things are insane. It shows you the vulnerability as well as you look at the bottom. It shows you the invulnerability, the bomb that does the most damage, and the sign that is most effective on them. It's really awesome. Spectres, Devil by the Well, Noon Wraiths. Alright, Devil by the Well, the residents of White. Once it was done, he was to prepare for battle. Noon Wraiths is demanding opponents. You can disorient or victim by blinding. Okay, let me read you what Noon Wraiths are. Despite what is commonly thought, peasants do not interrupt their labors at midday to get out of the sun. They do so to avoid noon wraiths. On particularly searing summer days when the sun reaches its zenith, wraiths will at times appear resembling sun-scorched women dressed in long white robes. These are noon wraiths, the spirits of young women and girls who died violent deaths right before their weddings. Driven mad with pain or anger, they wander the fields searching for their unfaithful lovers or backstabbing rivals. Though they will kill anyone who does not get out of their way in time, they are often held in this world by some object of intense emotional significance. That is why, if one ever finds a wedding ring or a torn veil in the middle of a field, one should not pick it up, but instead back away as quickly as possible. This game is amazing, only for like the detail, the attention and detail in the monsters. It's awesome. Books? Why are you telling me to open the books? Oh, okay. Well, no worries. Okay.
Something's tied the Noon Wraith to this place. An object. Something she needs before she'll leave this world.
Alright, let's go to these houses. Look around with my Witcher sense. Quicksilver solution. Grab all that. Alkahest. Old goat hide. Alchemist powder. Old goat hide. Goat hide again. Alchemist. There's something right over there. You can use a lot of the stuff. Everything else that you pick up that's platters, stuff like that, that's actually trash. But you can just like tear it up for actual materials. It's really nice. Anything you find here can be actual material. Okay, this is where we start learning about what happened. Because as you can see right here, there is a journal and bones, of course.
A journal might be useful.
Okay, I'm actually gonna read this. It happened 27/3/1250, huh? It happened. Volker sent a petition of our grievances against the Lord to the court at Vizima. Listed all the harm he's done us, how he killed Johann for not taking off his cap quick enough, how he trampled our fields when drunk with a nary thought of repayment. How he barged in during Peter's wedding and demanded his right of the first night. Now we finally got what we begged Melitele for in our prayers for so long. The judge recognized our grievances and waived all our bonds and duties to the Lord. We can finally strike out on our own. At last we can live as free men. Next day, it looks like. The first day, oh no, not the next day. The 12th day of, it looks like a different month. This same month of the next day. Oh, those are months. The first day of our freedom hovels not much of our village yet, but to my mind it's better than the most fantastic palace. Volker fumed our home with hazelwood smoke to drive out evil, buried a marten under the gate to make sure no thieves cross our threshold, and then he gave me a bracelet, loveliest I've ever seen. Mother said it's foolish to spend so much on a bauble when we haven't plows nor hoes, and that we ought to return to the merchant. Over my dead body, I'll never take it off. I'll always be there to remind me of Volker, of how happy we were that day. The 23rd of the same month. They say the Lord is coming to see us, that he wants to make a deal to beg us to return to the village. They say he's calmed since his son died, that he's not as quick to anger about small slights. Well, we'll see, one way or another. I've no intention to move 1 inch from here.
That bracelet might be what ties the woman's spirit to this place.
And there's the bones I have to check.
A man, stabbed with a knife, died on the spot. Animals fed on his body, picked his skeleton clean. More bloodstains over there. But it's not his blood.
See, he knows that stuff just by looking at it, which is awesome.
Bloodstains, barely visible. Someone was dragged this way. Someone who was still alive. Palm prints in blood. Small hands. A woman's. Someone dragged her out. She was wounded. Fought for her life. No body in sight, but might still find some tracks. Under the right conditions, bloodstains can remain visible for decades. Another print by the well. Moonwraith won't stray too far from the well. Bloodstains, almost faded, but the line's taut. Something's not right. A corpse, hanged by the bucket rope. Woman the journal belonged to. Must be.
And that, of course, ladies and gentlemen, is what happened to the woman.
Wide pelvis, small jaw. A woman. Around 30, judging by the teeth. Left arm's missing. Need to cremate the remains. Gotta find the object that binds her to this place before I do, though. Was she wearing the bracelet from her husband? Might be why her arm fell off. Gotta jump down there. Hope I don't break my legs.
There's a chest. But this right here is the ornate bracelet. That is the bracelet I needed to find.
Lucky not to come up empty-handed. A bracelet with an inscription. To Claire, from Volker. Bracelet must have belonged to the woman in the well. Lovely craftsmanship, but I'll have to burn it with the body to get rid of the Noon Wraith for good. Better do it near the well.
Burning the remains does actually cause...
for this fight. Brew some wraith oil. Drink some potions.
Let's brew some wraith oil really quick. I know. Yes, I know. Okay. Spectre oil versus specters, and wraiths are, so that should help. Let's craft it. I'm actually going to craft that one as well. When you craft oils and you craft bombs, you get to legitimately keep it for good, because you just craft them and you get to keep it. So the next thing all you have to do after that at that point in time is if you go to your inventory and you go over to potions, oils and stuff, all of the stuff that you crafted is going to be right here, which is what the salmon bombs and then the spectre oil and the necrophage oils, that's why all this is here, is because I've actually just brewed it and I get it permanently. The spectre oil and stuff like that is always 20 charges, so you get 20 hits with it, but after that it drops out. Same thing with the bombs. 2 of them, you have to actually refresh them. You don't have to make them again after this because you've already made the bomb, so you got the bomb, but you have to just refresh the charges every time. And then with the spectre oil, you just click X, put it on the sword that you need it on, and you've got it applied.
The bracelet. Igni.
trophy from the Noon Wraith. Essence of Wraith, which is nice to have. Noon Wraith mutagens. Mutagens are awesome as well. Like later in the game you use mutagens to actually boost your own abilities. Light Essence, Emerald Dust, and the Noon Wraith trophy. But think about it, you gotta admit, if you had his job, you'd love it. This guy's job, like, if you ended up going to, like, a small village with, like, 3 houses and everything happened 100 years ago and everybody was been dead for, like, 50 years, and you learned about the massacres that's happened at the area, or somebody that died because somebody killed him, it'd be pretty interesting to learn that stuff. Especially if the monsters and stuff was real, too. I mean, Noon Wraiths and things like that might be a little bit pain in the butt in real life, but it'd be pretty cool to have that job. To me, I would love it. I would love this job. Whoa. I'll just pull that raw meat off of him. Yeah, this is how you hunt. You just look at a doe and mind control. Or you can just kill them because they get caught on everything. Get some hide. It works. What was that? Oh, sunshine. What? I actually thought there was something on that tree. It was just the sun.
Kings do the fighting.
Now I can run back to him, let him know the Noon Wraith's dead.
Poor, dark, and putrid.
Damn deer, stick the bark off the trees again.
Oh, it's the yellow bar, okay.
Job done. The well was haunted by the ghost of a woman who was killed there. I drove it away.
I just hope every unburied wretch don't start haunting us. Well, that battlefield's gonna cause us a heap of trouble.
If they do, you know who to contact. Meanwhile, Claire, Volker, names ring a bell?
I don't know him. Though I did hear our herbalist Tamira mention a Claire once. Same one, maybe? Your reward, Master Witcher. The gold I'd hid away from Mandy's dowry. Without you, she'd never have lived to wed. Now, let's hope for it at least.
At this point, doubt I'll ever marry. You keep the coin from Mandy, her wedding. Raise a toast to my health then.
Thank you, Master Witcher. Them's warm words, you've a good heart. But I can't let you go empty-handed. Take this at least. Fill up.
Amethyst. Now those I believe are actually worth decent money.
May the sun shine upon you.
What happened to your mug?
Wait a second, guys. Buddy of mine got a new phone, boost phone. You know him, Nikki. Danny. You got a boost phone. What do I have for money? 331. I'm gonna try to sell it.
Something else you'll be needing.
Got anything interesting under the counter?
Depends what you're after. Have a look.
What is that? Man, it's another one. I have to get it. I have to get it. It's a trophy to get all those things. It's really hard to get them all though. There we go.
Farewell.
That gives me enough to buy at least the body armor and another piece of it. So I'll have two at least, two of the pieces of it.
Greetings.
Let me have a look at your stock.
Let's go with that because it's 485. Daniel. You can message me on the... No, you're fine. Don't apologize. You don't have to apologize. I'll talk to you on the PS4 if you want me to. Just keep sending me messages on there if you want me to. Okay, well, that's one thing I'm gonna buy. And I got 252 left, so let's go with a more expensive piece, like the gloves. You know, just gotta get the leggings and the boots.
Take care.
Alright, let's go inside real quick. Yeah, he just bought a boost phone. Yeah, he didn't know how to activate it, so he turned around and he kept asking me. He was like, how do I activate this stupid boost phone? Funny part is I told him if he ended up calling boost, and he was like, oh. He was like, I couldn't do it with the boost phone. I didn't even think about trying it with this phone, so he was like, oh, well, let me try. So he didn't even bother calling boost with his actual phone that's on. The one he texted me with. So hilariously, he didn't actually try to call in to try to get it activated with the phone that was actually had time on it that he used to text me.
Looking for a woman.
Like everyone.
Not like everyone. And not just any woman. Mine smells of lilac and gooseberries, dresses in black and white.
2 schnapsies. It'll lift your spirits.
Fine, I'll have a drink. Can we cut to the chase? You seen her or not?
Yennefer of Vengerberg.
Never mentioned her name.
Yet you described her perfectly. Once I hear something, I never forget. Can't help it.
How do you know Yennefer?
What a question. Master Dandelion's ballads, of course.
The only way a humble merchant might hope to rub up against greatness. Unless, that is, he's as lucky as I am.
And runs into a very patient witcher.
Into Geralt of Rivia himself. The Butcher of Blaviken.
Recognize me from Master Dandelion's ballads too?
To your health.
What do you do? Who are you?
A mangy vagrant. Gauntero demon, at your service.
Vagrant? That a profession now?
Once a merchant of mirrors. The madding crowd dubbed me Master Mirror, or the Man of Glass.
You seen Yennefer?
Deepest apologies, but I must ask. Is this about love?
None of your business.
Yes. As a vagrant, I deserve no explanation.
What do you know? Tell me.
Before you appeared, it never occurred to me that might have been Yennefer. Who would have thought?
Get to the point.
An Nilfgaardian scout from the local garrison saw her.
Where?
At their camp. She rode in there. Dark of night. Black and white. Gooseberries and... Yes, I know. Had a terse exchange with the garrison commander and raced off.
Where to?
I'm not omniscient. Ask at the garrison.
Thanks.
We men of the road must stick together. Perhaps one day I'll be in trouble, and you'll be nearby to help.
I think those plums are wreaking havoc on my gut.
Who knows what the morrow will bring?
Move it!
I love it, you just hold X and it follows the path for you. That's what I love about this right now.
Come on now.
Holy crap. Dude, stay off me. Stop pansying out. And there's the character panel. I used to have all that open, but experience points for killing monsters and completing quests. Branch belongs to General. Vitality by 500. During the day, vitality regenerates by an additional 10. Okay, each piece of light armor increases critical hit damage by 25%, fast attack damage by 5%. Each piece of medium armor increases sign intensity by 5%, stamina regeneration by 5. Heavy vitality by 5%, strong attack damage by 5%. Okay. Okay. When you get home tomorrow? Alright, sounds like an idea I can definitely remind you. You definitely have to do that. You're welcome. Man, I don't know what to do. Fast attack damage increased by 5%. Let's do that. I'm gonna click on it and move it to that. Sounds awesome. Alright. My first ability. Slot unlocked level 2, 16, 18, 30, 26, 28. 30. God, I can't wait till I get back up to where I was. You have found a mutagen. Use it to enhance your abilities or create a special potion called the mutagen decoction. Oh yeah, let's show you the decoctions on this. Alchemy decoctions should be at the bottom. Potions? No. Alcohol, alcohest. I don't think I have any decoctions I can make right now. Here lieth the mortal remains of Florian Verriers, who died childless in the flower of his young, stricken by apoplexy while hunting. May Melitele forgive him his sins against nature and its laws. See, I could just go over here and try to go down here and try to win against these things, but I don't know if it's a good idea. Wait. Oh, okay. Forgot about that. Nope, not that one either. Ard? Yep, there it goes. can I put oils? Okay. Little oils. Spectre oil. There we go. Let's light these torches up, shall we? Serpentine silver sword. I have now found all the legendary diagrams once belonging to our order. Certain complications have arisen, however. On the way back to our keep, I stopped to rest the night in a village in the Temerian borderlands. The blasted peasants decided to make me into their scapegoat and accused me of kidnapping some beekeeper's brat. They took me into the local lordling's castle for interrogation, during which they found and confiscated one of the diagrams, but do not fear, I will get it back. They did not find the others. I have invoked Temerian common law and demanded a trial by ordeal instead of submitting to the whims of this baronet. My request was granted, and tomorrow I am to cleanse the baronet's family crypt of wraiths. I expect this will prove little trouble. Perhaps I will already have returned to our keep by the time you receive this letter. Light the furnaces. We'll have some forging to do. But it looks like the guy died down here. To that wraith. Viper school gear. The first school stuff that I have to find. That was a wraith that was level 7 too.
Should draw from it.
Alright, give me a second here. Okay, I'm back. Alright.
Slow now. Whoa. Slow now.
What is the noise? I think it might be that.
Come on.
Alright, I'm gonna try to go to quests real quick. I'm gonna leave those alone for right now. As it turned out, Geralt was not alone in searching White Orchard for a lost loved one. The Witcher also found the notice of a peasant who was seeking his brother. The brother had left home to take up arms against Nilfgaard. The forces of the North and the Black Ones had clashed in a great battle near the brother's home village, and the peasant had not heard from his siblings since. Okay, this makes no sense.
We have much work to do here.
Hey there. Come on now.
Alright guys, I'm actually going to save the game here. Saves created with this version of the game will be incompatible with previous game versions. Alright guys, I'm going to back out of this one, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up going into another live stream tonight. If I do, it'll probably be Dead by Daylight, so go ahead and stay tuned for those of you still wanting to watch the live streams tonight. I'm putting something else up for a little bit of entertainment, so I will talk to you guys here in just a bit.